welcome to my channel. I'm Anne and today I'm bringing you a brand new series on my channel where I am trying to defeat my TBR. So I have four bookshelves. I've got three here and one on the other side of the room where I've got a bunch of books that I have no idea anything about them. I don't remember much of them, and my partner has given me a book buying ban challenge where I have to read 130 books, including 30 of my TBR books, over the next coming year, whatever, however long it takes me, and then I'm allowed to start buying books again because I buy books, put them on my shelf, and then never think about them again. So the whole concept of this video is that I go around my shelves because most of them are double stacked. So what I've done is I've just pulled out the books that are in front so I can see the books that I don't see every single day, and I've just picked I've picked 6 books off my shelves, and I'm just going to talk about them and kind of try and reinvigorate my want to read them, because obviously I read the back of them, the synopsis, before, and they made me buy them. So obviously there is something that intrigues me about these. So let's just get into the first book. So the first book that I pulled off my shelf was The Court of Broken Knives. This is, all I know about it is an adult fantasy. I think it's grimdark, maybe something like that. And it is by Anna Smith Spark, and it says on the back, "The whispers follow him. Marith has killed a dragon. Marith has murdered a man. Marith has felled an empire. The only thing anyone knows for certain is that Marith will stop at nothing in his quest for the throne." So it sounds interesting. It is book 1 in the Empires of Dust series, and it says on the front here, "Blood never lies." Supposedly this author is the queen of grimdark fantasy, so I'm very intrigued by this, and I honestly don't even remember when I bought this. It's been a couple of years, so hopefully this has kind of sparked that, oh yeah, that's on my shelf, I need to read it. The next one that I picked off my shelf is We Are Blood and Thunder by Kesia Lupo. This is a YA fantasy, I'm pretty sure, and it is about in a city where magic is feared and the dead are worshipped, life is overshadowed by a powerful and devastating storm cloud. One young woman is running for her life, another is trying to return home. Both are looking for a place where they belong, but what Lena and Constance don't realize is that the storm cloud binds them together. Without each other, neither can get what she desires. So I think this may be sapphic, I can't remember, but it is YA. It is pretty short, it doesn't seem to be that long. It's 428 pages, so it's something that I should be able to bang out pretty quickly. It's really beautiful too. I've had this for a long time. I remember, I think I bought it back in 2019, 2020, so it's about time that I bloody read this book. The next one that I remember seeing on BookTube quite a bit was a couple of years ago, was Long Bright River by Liz Moore. This is a thriller from what I remember. I can't remember. I think it might have something to do with a police officer who has a sister who struggles with drug abuse and ends up going missing, and she is on a journey to find her sister. Let's see if I'm right. I don't even know if I'm right, I'm just saying stuff. So Kensington Avenue, Philadelphia. The first place you go for drugs or sex. The last place you want to look for your sister. Mickey Fitzpatrick has been patrolling the 24th district for years. She knows most of the working women by name. She knows what desperation looks like and what people will do when they need a fix. She's become used to finding overdose victims. Their numbers are growing each year, but every time she sees someone sprawled out, slumped over, cold to the touch, she has to pray it's not her sister Casey. When the bodies of murdered sex workers start turning up on the avenue, the chief of police is keen to bury the news. They're not the kind of victims that generate a whole lot of press anyway, but Mickey is obsessed, dangerously so, with finding the perpetrator before Casey becomes the next victim. So I think this is going to be exploring how sex workers are treated in life, and when they start going missing, that no one really cares. And you see it a lot in true crime where they are the less disappeared. They don't seem like anything. The police don't care, no one cares, the media doesn't care, and I think this is going to shine a light on that and really discuss that. So I think this is something that I do need to pick up very soon. I'm going to say that about everything, but we will we will see if I actually do pick these up. The next one is a sci-fi, if you can't tell by the cover. This is Providence by Anne Leckie. Anne Leckie is a really prolific author. I have, I think, a few of her books on my shelf. I can't remember, but this is a sci-fi, and I've heard quite a bit about this. I remember it from a podcast called SFF Yeah by Book Riot. I heard them talking about it quite a few years ago, and I found it at my local warehouse for like $10 from what I remember, and decided to pick it up because I heard about it on a podcast. But this is a novel of power, theft, birthright and privilege from Anne Leckie. A power-driven young woman has just one chance to secure the status she craves and to regain lost artifacts prized by her people. She must free their thief from a prison planet from which no one has ever returned. Ingray and her charge will return to her home world to find their planet in political turmoil at the heart of an escalating interstellar conflict. Together they must make a new plan to salvage Ingray's future, her family and her world before they are lost to her for good. Sound interesting. I know Anne Leckie is very prolific within the sci-fi. Yes, I do own more of her books. I own, up here I own another one, two of hers that I've only recently bought, so Ancillary Justice, and then I also own her fantasy book, I think, called The Raven Tower, from what I remember. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting. I have been getting into my sci-fi a little bit more, which is exciting, and we will see if I actually read it. Then we have Selfless by Aviva. This just really intrigued me because it's actually a paperback with a dust cover, which I thought was really cool, and it feels really nice. This is a dystopian from what I remember. So 17-year-old Teddy lives in a walled city of Metropolis. Radical laws condemn all forms of self-expression and creativity, and the lives of the people are carefully constructed and controlled by the city council. When Teddy finds out the truth behind one of the city's biggest lies, she slips out into the darkness after curfew. She is captured and held prisoner in an old bomb shelter that lies beneath the city. Here, Teddy discovers that there is a world beneath the metropolis, a world where a growing web of clans are fighting to keep their humanity alive and waiting for someone to lead them back up into the light. This sounds really good, and I'm really excited about this one. It seems interesting and right up my alley. Obviously, it's on my shelves for a reason, so hopefully I will be able to read this, and maybe I'll actually do a reading vlog where I read all of these. That might be an idea, like just picking random books off my shelf and reading them. If you like that idea, let me know in the comments below. And then we have a thriller. So we've got Find Her by Lisa Gardner. Again, this is another one that I found. I recognized the name of the author, so picked it up. And from what I know, Flora Dane is a victim. 7 years ago, carefree college student Flora was kidnapped while on spring break for 472 days. Flora learned just how much one person can endure. Flora Dane is a survivor. Miraculously alive after her ordeal, Flora has spent the past 5 years reacquainting herself with the rhythms of normal life, working with her FBI victim advocate Samuel Keynes. She has a mother who's never stopped loving her, a brother who is scared of the person she's become, and a bedroom wall covered with photos of other girls who've never made it home. Flora Dane is reckless, or is she? When Boston detective D.D. Warren is called to the scene of a crime, a dead man and the bound naked woman who killed him, she learns that Flora has entangled with 3 other suspects since her return to society. Is Flora a victim or a vigilante? And with her first-hand knowledge of criminal behaviour, could she hold the key to rescuing a missing college student whose abduction has rocked Boston? When Flora herself disappears, Dee Dee realises a far more sinister predator is out there, one who's determined that this time Flora Dane will never escape. And now it's up to Dee Dee Warren to find her. So it sounds very intriguing. I would like to hope that it is dual perspective, so we get the perspective from Flora Dane and the detective, so we can kind of see it, maybe a dual timeline sort of thing. It might be interesting, I'm not sure, but I think that would be pretty interesting to read, quick paced, and I love a good thriller, so we will see. So if you want to see me read these in a vlog, let me know in the comments below. I would be very intrigued to see if that's something you might be interested in, and it will get 6 books on my TBR veterans list, which will be great, and it will help towards my challenge of reading my physical books so I can buy more books. Anyway, that is it for me today. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, comment down below if you want to see a vlog of these. I'd be really intrigued to read all these and give you my thoughts. They have kind of sparked my interest again, which is great. And subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Bye.